Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars. The Saint is a 2017 um, direct-to-DVD movie about I suppose you could call a legendary British TV character, and it is directed by Simon West, who has directed things like Con Air, Expendables 2, things like that. And it stars, let's have a look here. We have Adam Rayner as Simon Templar, the Saint. We have Elisha Duku, Roger Moore, Ian Ogilvy, James Remar. So we've got quite a decent cast going on here for this movie. And I first became aware of this movie when Sir Roger Moore passed away several weeks ago. I was looking up on his filmography, just reminding myself of the movies that he's made other than Bond, things like that. And I saw that one of his last credited movies was The Saint. And that got my interest straight away. Now, for those of you who don't know, um, Roger Moore, one of the earliest pieces of work he did on British TV was a TV show called The Saint. And it essentially is what that and The Persuaders is what really got him his role as James Bond. Because there are a lot of similarities between the character the Saint and James Bond. As you can see there on screen now, that was him as the Saint on the TV show. And I was like, oh, I'll look out for this, and I've been looking out for it ever since. And I've managed to get hold of it on digital stream. You can get it on Google Play now. And I thought I was going to do it, if you like, as a tribute to Roger Moore, but it's not really worth doing it as a tribute because he's barely in it, to be fair. But it's still worth doing a review on it. So, like I say, for those of you who don't know, Saint is really well known in the UK and probably less known around the world. But I would imagine quite a lot of you will have heard of this character. Originally played by Roger Moore, and then, as you can see there, Ian Ogilvy took over this role in the late 70s, early 80s, and it even turned up on the big screen, played by Val Kilmer. I think it was about 1999 or the early noughties when the film came out, and it was a bit of a bomb. Really, it didn't do anything. And like I say, the Saint is a character. He's almost like a modern day Robin Hood. It's like a cross between Robin Hood, James Bond, and Mission Impossible. He's like a mixture of all of them. And this movie, like I say, it stars. Who do we get here as Simon Templar again? Adam Rayner, who I don't really know that well, British actor. And at the beginning, we learned that there is $2.5 billion that has been donated to this African country to aid the country. And these criminals steal it from this African country. And it's actually Ian Ogilvy who, like I say, played the Saint previously on the TV in the 80s. And he's the bad guy in this piece. He steals all this money. And Simon Templar is tasked with getting this money back. And that's really the story that we get here. I mean, we do learn early on about Simon Templar. He's doing this job in Russia, trying to stop this nuclear arms deal. And we learn that the FBI have been chasing him for years. He's well known all over the world. He's basically classed as a criminal, but that's only because what they don't know is the majority of the money that he steals he gives to charities and things. And he doesn't keep for himself. He just kind of keeps enough for himself to keep himself out of sight, enough technology to do his job, all that kind of stuff. And Elisha Duku, who you may remember from things like True Calling and Buffy, she plays like his partner. She's like the tech support, if you like. And it's their job really to pull these jobs off and distribute the money as to where they see fit in regards to the charities around the world. So he's then tasked with getting this money back. He's brought on board by James Remar's character, who is like this dodgy accountant who's having a crisis of conscience. And he brings Simon Templar's team on board to try and get this money back, but also to try and save his daughter, who's been kidnapped by the baddies, who say, give us our money back, or we're going to kill your daughter. But also, at a personal level, Simon Templar learns that there may be a connection to the death of his parents as well, because we get a few flashback scenes from when he was a child in regards to how he was trained to become the saint, all that kind of thing, and is actually related to the Knights Templars, hence the name Simon Templar, which might be a new twist on the character. I can't just remember from the show. It's such a long time since I saw the original show with Roger Moore and Ian Ogilvy. I can't remember if the concept was that he were part of the Knights Templar or not. So that could be a new concept to the character or not. I just can't remember. But it's not half bad, this, to be honest. To say it's direct to DVD, it's worth a watch. It's fairly pleasant, half decent action, decent bit of humour. It's nothing high quality here. It wouldn't have done well at the cinema in any way, shape or form. But if you're a fan of the Saint and you want to see how they develop this character, this may well be worth a watch. It was quite a pleasant watch. I quite enjoyed it, so it's alright, yeah.